Now we all know what it's like to have the blowout Thanksgiving meal or the weekend dinner out with friends where you're just kind of pretty full because you had appetizers, drinks, main course, dessert, etc. We all know that feeling of being full. So we're skilled at being full on high-calorie foods. Would you say? No one here, if I gave you the assignment, no one is going to say, hey, I just don't understand the concept. Where can I get enough food to get full? So we could go home tonight and do that on our way home. But what doesn't seem sort of natural is the idea that being full is okay. It's being full on 5 to 15 calories an ounce instead of 100 to 150 calories an ounce. That's the shift that needs to happen in America. When you look at the people who succeed at losing weight, they have significantly increased the volume of food they eat in that 5 to 15 calorie an ounce category. So I know everyone tells me, as a dietitian, I've heard this since the day I was born. Oh yeah, I love fruits and vegetables. I eat them all the time. Good. Then eat more of them. No, it's more than just saying, do I like them? Do I eat them regularly? What percent of our calories come from fruits and vegetables in America, do you think? Yeah, it's about 5 to 7%. So it's a really low number. So we eat a small quantity of our calories come from these really low calorie foods. So to succeed, you've got to beef that up because satiety, fullness, is the main marker for determining whether or not we'll stop eating. We have a pharmaceutical industry based on this, right? You've heard me talk about this before. Developing drugs to have you be full sooner or less hungry in between meals. So being full, guys, is okay because it gets you to eat less of the high-calorie, real-world foods. But we can do it by driving up apple consumption, driving up green beans, baked potatoes, etc. That's another one. Baked potatoes at 20 calories an ounce. Our consumption has decreased consistently over the last 20 years. What we're eating more of are the fried potatoes and potato chips, right? Fried potatoes, you go from 20 an ounce up to 100 for fried potatoes, and then you go from 100 to 150 for potato chips. So it's not like people are, they don't go into McDonald's and say, I'll take 3 baked potatoes on the side. It's, I'll have the large fries, or I'll have the potato chips with my sandwich today. So it's about getting full on lower calorie foods. It clearly is about eating more, as counterintuitive as that seems. So yes, calories count. You don't have to count them. You just need to fill up on more of those low calorie foods, okay? Number 6, should I use over-the-counter supplements? If you walk into Jewel or Roscoe or any pharmaceutical or Walgreens, any drug store, you see a long shelf of all kinds of appetite suppressants, metabolism boosters, products that are designed to give you the edge or give you a metabolic boost and really help you in the weight loss sort of journey. The short answer is we don't recommend those products, largely because when you look at the samples of people who've lost weight and are keeping it off, no one reports using them, despite the billions of dollars that is spent on marketing them. Even the pharmaceutical companies have shifted their stance on this. You guys remember in the, gosh, it would have been in the early 90s is when drug therapy was just going wildfire in America and everyone had to have a drug to lose weight. And that started to slow down and we saw adverse side effects and unhealthy consequences to certain medications. Well, now the drug companies have figured out that even the best case scenario is that these are an adjunct to healthy lifestyles. So even the most powerful pharmaceuticals, these companies will tell you, they're just a small piece of the side with a strong, healthy lifestyle. That's the way you have to use them. So when we look at the less studied over-the-counter products that require no evidence to be sold for effectiveness, completely unregulated industry, we don't see that there's any good reason to say, hey, you need to be using this product to actually lose weight and keep it off over time. Largely because there's a lot of easy wins. There's just way too many easy wins out there, opportunities to do better without having to use something that we don't have any strong data to support over time. The ads are unbelievable. they're so sophisticated that it's difficult to discern, is this really something that I should be using? Time out.
Mm-hmm.